Well guys, it's now time to learn more about the career we want to pursue as adults. Make sure to take down some notes. Hello friends and welcome to Career Academy. Today it's all about music, as you can see, and we are here with Winnie so that she can tell us more about the music industry. Hi Winnie.
Hello Zawadi.
Hi, it's a pleasure having you on Club Kiboko.
Thank you very much.
So
it's a pleasure to be here.
So please introduce yourself.
So I'm Winnie, the music educator. Those are my names, or Madam Winnie, because I'm a teacher, and you know the way students address teachers.
Yeah.
And first of all, I'm a musician, then I'm a music educator. My passion is really to teach others how to become good musicians and use music as a skill to be able to improve their lives, starting with their mental well-being, and also just to be able to navigate the other spaces of life, whether you're young or old or in between.
Okay.
Music is good for everyone.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So, what is music to you?
Music to me is lifestyle. Yeah, it's the, you know, they say there's only one food for the soul.
Yes.
And that's music.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
That's very
true. And so for me, I eat, dream, talk, music education all the time. And also just to add on to that, I'm the proprietor of Wytonn House of Music. And so I run several branches of Wytonn House of Music, Village Market, Yaya Center, Current Country Club, and also we teach in schools as well. But I also am a head of music in different schools that I teach in Nairobi here, besides running several initiatives as well. Yes.
That's nice. So you look successful in the music industry.
Yes, you know, success has many meanings, yes, but I think my meaning of success I have achieved, and I'm still achieving it every day.
That's nice.
Yes.
So when did you start music?
Officially, I discovered that I am musically inclined very late in life, actually. Not like most of you children nowadays. Very early you realize you have something, and also the parents of this generation, or maybe technology has made people more aware. But growing up in school, I was actually more of a scientist, though music is also a science. Actually, it's more of a science than an art. I've explained that a lot in my blogs and what I share on social media. And then, but I went to a high school where music was a big deal, and I just found that I'm getting more in love with music. But also before that, I had an auntie, my late mom's younger sister, who just decided, she was living abroad as a nurse, and she just decided to bring me a keyboard. I don't know why she decided to do that. And for me, especially as her firstborn niece, she did that when I was about 12 years of age. And when I got that keyboard, and then the kids' tapes, we used to have kids' songs, Christian songs, those days. And we used to play tape music. You guys don't know what tapes are. But you know tapes. They were thrown. I've never seen any, But yeah, so we used to play that, and I just started getting more interested in music. So by the time I went to high school, I wanted to do music up to at least a certain degree. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So you found the inspiration along the way.
Yes, along the way.
But that's not late in life. High school.
No, that was late. Actually, it was late because right now, when people come to us, if you ask me, what's the best age to start learning music? Of course, you can learn music at any age. But there are very big advantages to starting when you're early. You know, because also when you're learning a musical skill, the younger you are, the better. You've got more years to refine the skill, and then also just for it to be now part of you. So, you know, 3 years of age, you can start a musical skill.
That's true.
So you see, that was a bit late. And then, in any case, I didn't even have anyone to teach me. I am self-taught. 99% point something.
That's good by this. You're natural.
Yes.
And I can see many instruments. I've seen many instruments. But which one is your favorite?
My main instrument, because all teachers have, every musician has their main. Yeah, funny enough, people don't consider this a main instrument, but it is. I'm a singer first. Yes, and the voice usually is one of the most natural instruments, and then I'm a pianist. But people see me a lot on the piano. So voice, piano, there's always that competition. And then I do other instruments. I can teach other instruments as an educator because I've done this for over 30 years, probably 30 years, over 20 years, 30 years now. And then now I also play this flute. Not just the small recorder, and then now the professional flute as well. So those are my 3 main instruments, but the others also I can teach them.
Wow, that's over 30. Okay.
Yeah.
You really have experience.
I think that's quite a bit. Yeah. Where were you 30 years ago? Okay. Where were you?
I was in heaven. But that's very good.
Yeah.
So apart from teaching music, doing music and singing, what do you like doing during your free time?
Free time, define free time.
Like when you're...
I'm chilling. I'm relaxing.
Yes, yes, when you're relaxing, apart from teaching, apart from singing, apart from like everything that you do daily.
Yeah, actually, I love cooking. I'm a good cook.
That's
you
nice.
should taste my chapatis and mandazis at all, yeah? And in fact, I even want to start something, maybe a channel about just cooking, the different ways you can cook Kenyan foods. You know, what do you call the authentic Kenyan foods, but different ways. Like now I'm into cooking ugali in different ways, just making food more nutritious.
Yes.
In my ugali, I have carrots. I think it's an age thing also, you know. Now you want to have more nutritious food, not junk. Eh? So I do cassava, carrots, and all that. You know, coconut milk with a bit of butter. Wow. You know, that's a full meal by itself. Eh? Have you ever eaten ugali like that?
No.
You should try ugali, so maybe I should start the channel, yeah?
Yeah, maybe you should.
Yeah, I love cooking. I also love reading books.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that over the years, because I'm such a busy person, I find myself not being able to read as many books. I used to just love reading fiction, you know, but now I read a lot of just other books to inspire, and then of course even on the internet, you know, articles and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and then I also love being a mother
Yeah.
to my 2 teens. Yes.
Well, that is a good way to spend your free time, actually.
Yes.
And then what are some of the challenges you have faced in the industry?
Of course, there are many faces, because I'm a musician and a music educator.
Yeah.
So the one I practice 80% of the time anyway is the class, because I love to teach. Yeah? And I teach different age groups, I teach different settings, one-on-one individuals, I teach in classroom and all that. So the challenges can be many. Yeah. But what drives me is the passion to just see that one child or one person at a time who wants to really be elevated using music. Yeah. Sometimes some of the challenges, especially because this career, you know, it's one of those careers that when I grew up, it was not a main career. Yeah. Getting into the world of music, but I will tell you something as a fact. I'm very proud of my achievements. 30 years later, I know I'm top of the tier to enlightening the community about the importance of music and music education, so that now those students or those children who are inclined to taking music are supported by the community in a way that once they take those as careers, whether you are going to be a performing artist, a classical pianist, or a recording artist, or you have a band, or you're a teacher like me, the community will support you by making sure that you earn a good living. That was not the way it was long time ago. I think we're even doing better than doctors now. Understand? And during our days, the cliche careers where you have to be a doctor or a lawyer, even teacher. Pilot. So I'm lucky, I'm a teacher, so that's a good thing. But sometimes also just people recognizing your value and paying for it can be a challenge. Yeah, so sometimes you can be teaching students and then the income is not consistent. Or if you're in a band, you know what happens unless you get a gig. So that's a challenge, managing your finances. Yeah, and knowing whether you'll get something to eat tomorrow. And then it's also an expensive venture. Being able to buy all these instruments, this piano is almost about 300,000 Kenya shillings just to have one piano. A violin like this, cheapest is 20,000 as a student violin. But usually, the more you get elevated, the more expensive it is. Gets even to millions of shillings. Like that.
So okay, that's a
it's all about value.
Yeah. And what are your best moments being a musician, a teacher? What are your best moments?
My best moments is when I'm on stage, and you know, I always tell people that one of my strongest characters is giving. I love to share. It's like that. In this classroom, because I don't have time, I don't have a lot of chill time, by the way. So I find myself eating my meals in class. Yeah. And whichever student is there with me, we eat together. So sharing is just part of me. I never ask, maybe I'll ask, are you allergic to this? But usually let's eat together. So you see, it brings closeness. You become real to people. And then also, by the fact that you are able to share your music with others, it's a great gift. And just seeing people smile and just feel so good about that, you know, their mental wellness, they're dancing, they're listening to you and admiring that talent, because you're sharing it is a highlight. And also for me, when my students get to that level where now they become become professionals.
Yeah.
Oh my, that just, and I see them, their lives changing. Some of the special community, you know, the differently abled,
Yeah.
you find the music is such a great tool for them to be able to express themselves. You might get a student who was not talking, verbal, non-verbal, or they just couldn't sit still. But now as they learn music, they become more, you know, centered, and you can see that they start now being able to express themselves in a way that's really beneficial to them as well. So those are highlights, and that's why I never stop. I always keep saying I'll retire. You know, 20 years ago I've been saying this. I still keep going strong.
Yeah.
I love to change communities. I love to change people's, just people one step at a time to do better for themselves through music. Yeah.
That's good. So please tell us now, as Winnie the musician, not as the vocal coach.
Yes.
Just tell us more about you as a musician.
As a musician, I'm a learner. Number one, I love to learn. That's why I have so many books. I have books everywhere. Remember, I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
By nature. I love to experiment. I love to learn things. That is one of the, and music is a science as well. So that part of me never stops. I love to learn new things. So when a new trend comes, you guys are my resource. That's partly why I love to teach.
Yeah.
Because my students are my resource. And who is in the scene? Billie Eilish. Oh, who else? What's happening? So you're learning new things every day. So with music, I learn new things every day. I have never found any other space that I can learn new things every day. I love that. And then on top of that, I just love sharing my music. I love singing. I love dancing. And so I'm playing the piano. Those just take me to another world altogether. Yeah. So that's me. I find life every day just doing music. Yeah.
So where can we find you on social media platforms?
Yes, I'm on all social media platforms as Winnie the Music Educator. My most active are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then of course we have LinkedIn.
Yeah.
This other one, which is the other one that I've left out. I'm not so good at that, but I still am there. And then now also I have a website,
Yes.
www.winniethemusiceducator.co.ke. So when you go in there, you learn a lot about me, what I do. I have lots of initiatives. One main one is a recorder a day keeps the learner engaged. I did a season where we were learning as a group in a cohort with other like-minded educators who want to revolutionize education for the 21st century learner. And I was chosen, you know, shortlisted out of over 700 applications to 40, down to 40. And now mine was, how do I elevate learners through using music? And one of the things I want to see in this country is equity in music education. You know, the top standard international music education that for example, private schools and international schools have, I want to see that going into the public schools in the remote areas of this country. There is some places, you know, there's so much talent out there. We don't even know it. I tell my children, you're privileged. You have all the instruments you want, but there's some kids out there, if you gave them that instrument, they'll blow your mind away if they had the chance. So if I could just build functional music departments in all public schools in Kenya, that is something I would be happy to live to 1,000 years to do. That's what I want to see.
That's nice.
Yes.
So are there any social media platforms where we can find the music school? And then please also remind us where the branches are located.
First, I'm Winnie the Music Educator. I'm a brand by myself, but also part of my brand is Wytonn House of Music. And the director of Wytonn House of Music is my husband, Anthony Mureithi, so Winnie and Tony. And so we've run Wytonn House of Music for 30 years.
Oh, nice.
We've been around for long, and so our branches, the oldest is this one, Village Market, on second floor, New Wing. We have Yaya Center, third floor. Then we have Current Country Club. We are actually inside Current Country Club. We call that the Current Music School. And then we also have we also teach in schools.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Sawa. And what would you tell to parents and children who want to become great musicians, great coaches, and also what advice would you give to parents so that they can nurture that talent?
Yeah, first to parents. We are no longer in the dark ages. What I mean by that is that we have technology to inform us when to listen to our children, because our children now, they're aware of many things thanks to technology. So the world has become a global village. It's small now because you can, by a touch of a button, you can know what's out there. So allow your children to explore options. And if it's music, give them the best education ever. Don't shortchange them by saying you're saving money, which is still go and waste either taking alcohol. I'm not saying everyone does that, or just buying pizza and wasting it. Invest in their education. You know, a lot of people, the first thing they'll say is when they come to ask for music lessons, oh, it's so expensive. What's expensive? It's the value. The value that you have. If you know something has great value, you'll do anything it takes. So parents, support your children with whatever you have. Believe me, where there's a will, there's always a way. If your child tells you they want to be a musician or any other thing they want to do, invest in a good education, because the world is also highly competitive, because it's a global village. So you want to be a musician here and you're going to compete with a Chinese somewhere, you know, as an example, you better have studied well. So music learning as a career, you have to go through the same process as any other. And it is a great study.
Well guys, that's all for Career Academy, and I hope you learned just as much as I did. And parents, please do heed to that advice. That's all for today. Bye-bye. Maybe you could show me a little something on the piano?
Of course, anytime. So what I'll do, I'll just set you up. Yeah, that's it, you can leave it there. So the piano is the best instrument to learn the basics of just learning how to read music also, because you see of these patterns of 2 and 3 black keys. So you need to know how that functions, and you also need to know where your A, B, C, D, F, G are. Now, apparently, they are not the black keys that are A, B, C, D, F, G. They are extended. It's the white keys that are the A, B, C, D, F, G. So using the patterns of the black keys, we need to find out our first landmark note. That's going to be a C. So the C is the first note we learn. So we start the alphabet from C. And get a C. So just let me see if you can do this, if you're good in geography. Yeah, oh, you even know where it is. You see, I told you, these Gen Zs know everything. Yeah. So the C always comes as the white key before the 2 black keys.
Black keys,
yeah. So show me other Cs. You can just play with any finger. Fantastic. So what do you think are the other notes? Now, and I'm referring to the white keys.
So C, D, E.
Yeah, fantastic. And then keep going.
F, G.
Keep going.
H.
So there's no H in music. So G, Z.
Okay.
So then now that's where
After
your
G
A is.
Oh,
it's the
okay.
beginning.
So
Back to the beginning.
So there's C, D, E, F, G, A,
B, C, and the list goes on. So the whole keyboard is just that. So everything else now is repeated in what we call octaves. So if I'm talking about the middle, so then we have this middle C. The one in the middle, if you cut the piano into half, this is more of your middle, not quite. This is a bit shorter than the other side, but you find the most middle, and it's not that. So it's this one. So that's your middle C. So you always figure out your middle C, and then now you name the other notes. And then the middle C will help you now to know which other notes where you are supposed to play according to the music that's rated or what you hear by ear. So the first thing is to get your fingers also organized on the keys. You don't just play randomly. Yeah? So the thumbs are finger 1, then finger 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now there's a posture. So you want to align, get your middle C with the right hand thumb, put it there, that's your first position. And then now you want your fingers to look like that. So this is how you want to focus your fingers.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Yeah. So every finger with its key. Yeah. And you see white keys are wide enough, so it's nice. You have got good space. Yeah. So you always want to have folded fingers, cupped fingers, and then using the tips to play, and a very loose wrist. So that's the first technique. Yeah. Just learning how to align your fingers on the piano. So you just go, try just to play with the 5 fingers and making sure you can feel their energy without raising them up already. Yeah. So that's called a scale. Maria.